Good afternoon and welcome to the University of the Pacific. Just to introduce myself, my name is Zach Beyruti and I've been privileged to do the men's basketball radio play-by-play for the last 6 seasons. So it's been my privilege and my honor and to do events like these as well. It's truly an exciting day for Pacific athletics and everybody here on campus. And I think this day for a lot of folks here represents a chance to move forward after a difficult few months. And it's hard not to feel the excitement both inside the athletic department and in the community. It's very palpable, and I think it's been a while since it's been that way. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome a few distinguished guests. We'd like to welcome President Pamela Ibeck. Also the chairperson of the Board of Regents, Kathy Jansen. A couple of other regents present as well, Kevin Huber and Noel Ferris. Former Pacific great and the current general manager of New Orleans Pelicans, Dell Demps. And right now I'd like to bring up our athletic director, Dr. Ted Leland.
Well, it's a special day for us, and we're very, very excited about the appointment we're announcing today. And I have to say that today is President Ibeck's birthday, and so we in the some of the new vice president stuff may not realize this, but we compete every year for the nicest birthday present for the president. It comes right before budgets are done, so we really work hard at it. And I have to say, Pam, here's our present to you. And if you know the love that she and Bill have for basketball, you'll know that this is a great present that she's going to certainly enjoy. I want to start off by thanking everybody in the room for coming today, but I really want a special shout out to Coach Mike Burns, Calvin Bird, and the rest of our coaching staff and our athletes for the way they went through this year. So congratulations to them. I was going to introduce our search committee. We had students, faculty, and staff on our search committee, but they wrote me a note this morning say they'd rather see how many games Damon and I win before they announce their names. I would say this: I didn't know we had so many Arizona Wildcats in Stockton. I've been deluged by all of them this morning. Had emails and calls, and I think there's more Arizona grads than Pacific grads in Stockton. But we're excited to announce this. Damon is the third head coach in the last 27 years. It's a chance for us to, we really think, look at the great tradition that we have in basketball here and the great importance that it plays in the role of our campus in the city of Stockton. But to take a look at sort of a new way of looking at it, a new direction, a new leadership. And I think that my feeling around as all, we want to honor this last year's team and honor the great tradition that we have. We also, I think, are looking to sort of rejuvenate this program, make it as important as it can possibly be. We think that, and I know Damon and I have had a couple conversations about that this, not only for the university, but for the city of Stockton, this can be a wonderful rallying point, a place where people come, and we've seen it happen in other cities. And I think when President Ibeck and I were negotiating with the West Coast Conference to make the move over, I think that was part of the West Coast Conference's vision of Pacific and Stockton, is that if we could get this program to an exciting place, that it could galvanize this whole city and give us something else to be proud about in Stockton. We're proud so much. Damon is a teacher, a coach, a role model. I think he's an advocate for student athletes. He's really, we started thinking about him because Dell Demps called me up and said, I've been in pro basketball. I love the Tigers. I'm a Tiger for life, and I got the perfect guy for you. Sort of it went on from there. And if you know Dell, you understand the respect that he has in this campus and in the world of basketball. That we certainly listen to that. When I first met Damon, he was very humble, but very quick to remind me that when I was working for that junior high school over in Palo Alto, he laid 45 points on us in Maples Pavilion one night. Sent me home. I exaggerated that a couple of times. He keeps trying to know it's 45, but I wish it was. I remember every one of those, I think. We're anxiously awaiting his arrival. next week, as he'll really get his feet on the ground and get going. We'll have a great spring planned and really start generating some excitement. And Damon's really committed to get out in the community and become the face of this university. In addition to President Ibeck's Beyond Our Gates, this is another part of that. I think we have a really fabulous trip planned for the basketball team this summer to Croatia and Germany, where they get a chance to come into town and practice for, I think, 10 practices and then go and travel to Europe. And we've had great success on this campus with our international travel and athletes coming back. And then I told him this, he took the job anyway, but on November 11th, we'll have a men's and women's doubleheader against UCLA in Pauley Pavilion. So we're very excited about that, and we're hoping to get the students to sponsor some buses and head down there and watch both games being played. I think the 5 o'clock game is the men's game and the 7:30 game is the women's game. So it's going to be a great day for us. So I guess you can. One other thing I want to say, if there's a website called playerstribune.com, was started by Derek Jeter. Many of you may remember when he started this. He wanted to create a voice for great athletes to speak and directly to their community, not through their publicity people, not through anything else, but just directly to the community. So the real announcement of Damon Stoudamire's coming to Pacific as our head coach was encapsulated in a letter that he wrote and posted on that. And if you can get a chance to read that, I've had I think not only my own family cry in my front room after they read it, but we've had two of our athletic department staff people read it and cry, because I think it's a heartfelt letter by a person who sees not only what basketball has done for himself, but what basketball could do for other young men and other young women and other athletes, and the lessons you can learn and the things that he's going to try to contribute to the lives of the young men that we have on our team. So I think I would encourage you to read it. It's playerstribune.com. Just go on there and you'll find this thing. We're going to put it up on our website after this, but I thought it was a real fitting way to announce Damon Stoudamire is our basketball coach. Damon?
First thing I want to say is I'm honored to be here today. President Ibeck, Dr. Leland, I appreciate this opportunity that both of you have given me, and I'm looking forward to making this whole community of Stockton proud. All right. It's funny because I'm standing up here, I should say, and I've played in front of a lot of big crowds in my life, and I've played against some great players. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never been so nervous of being in front of about 50 people in my life. But you know what though? I'm fine with that, because as you understand and you get to know who Damon Stoudamire is, I just kind of tell it like it is. I'm sometimes honest to a fault, but at the same time though, I'm gonna bring great energy. I'm gonna do the right thing. I want my guys to play the right way. I want them to be outstanding citizens in the community the right way. I want them to understand that they can touch other people's lives, and although your day might be going bad, you never know. Somebody coming up to you, you might touch their life. So let me say this too before I forget, because we were talking about this in the back. I want to thank my high school coach, Dick Beachel, rest his soul. He's passed away, and I want to thank Lute Olson, my college coach at Arizona, for inspiring me to be the person that I've become. Those two guys were so influential in my life. And sometimes people come into your life and you have no reason why. And Dick Beachel, he was my high school coach. I had to basically get on a bus and catch that about an hour and 20 minutes away. When I get to college, or I shouldn't say when I get to college, but before I get to college, Coach Olson comes in my house and he basically told me he didn't need me. But it was something about the way he said it, and it's something about the way I felt inside that I wanted to make him feel like he did need me. So I appreciate both of those two guys for everything that they've done and the way they've helped shape me as a man. I want to thank my mother, Elizabeth Washington, who's been an inspiration for me. I grew up as an only child. She was there for me. She was the type of woman that would do anything for her son. She woke me up at 6:30 because she had to go to work, and I had to become a man. And that's where a lot of my discipline came from. Was from her. Seeing her hard work, seeing her struggle at times, but I was able to persevere, and I never felt sorry for myself. So I was always just trying to push forward. That's what I was trying to do. I want to thank my father, Willie Stoudamire. Although we always have our ups and downs, he's still my dad, and I love him to death. As I come here to Stockton, to the University of Pacific, I am so excited about this opportunity. Last year they had a tough year, for a lot of different reasons. But I also want to thank the coaching staff from last season, because they were put in a tough spot and they did the best they can. And I'll say this for those kids, they played their butts off. They did everything the right way, and they did everything they could to try to win as many games as they possibly could under those circumstances. And it was very tough. But as I come in here, I'm trying to give everybody a fresh start. I'm going to give each player a clean slate. There are some things going on within the program that I really don't have no control over. But the things that I do have control over is getting each individual better as a basketball player on the floor, getting each individual better as a human being off the floor. And those are the things that I want to do. I've always been the type of person that's had to overcome a whole lot of things. And when I looked at Pacific, when Dr. Leland came to meet me in Memphis, I Googled Pacific, and I went online and I looked at a lot of things. And what I said to myself was, this is an opportunity for us to grow together. It's an opportunity for Damon Stoudamire and Pacific to grow together. And that's a heck of an opportunity for me. Heck of an opportunity. I've never been given anything. I've always had to roll my sleeves up. And when I look at this community, as I've been driven around here the last couple of days, it looks like everybody has to do the same thing. We got to roll up our sleeves, and we got to take pride for where we're at, and that's in Stockton, California. And as I move forward, go home and get some clothes and live out my suitcases for a little while. Each and every day, I'm inspired to be a better man, be a better person, and be a better leader. But right now, I think I've come a long ways, and I think I'm the man for this job to take this challenge and move forward with it. So, like I said, President Ibach, Dr. Leland, I thank you. I thank both of you from the bottom of my heart, and I guess now I just open the floor if anybody has any questions for me.
We'll open it up for questions. We're going to moderate from over here, and we'll call each one of you individually. I don't know if this is working, but I think my voice is loud enough. But we do want to let you know that after the Q&A, there will be an opportunity to have one-on-one session with Damon and with Dr. Leland. So just want to let you know that. So if we
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me finish. See, you always forget something. I still forgot something. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but Dell Demps, I got to thank Dell, because I've known Dell for a while, and I didn't know this, but Dr. Leland told me this, so I'm gonna share this. Dell told Dr. Leland that I was the man for the job, and he came behind that with a story. When I played with the San Antonio Spurs, and Dell was, I think, assistant general manager at the time, he had a son, Trey, and little did I know, I was just out there and I was working out, and then I started helping Trey a little bit, and I guess Dell must have seen that, and he told Dr. Leland about that story, and he said that guy has passion for basketball. That guy has passion for kids, and that's why, for me, you never know who's looking at you. You never know how you inspire people. You never know, how you're going to touch people. And little did I know on that given day that I had touched Dell Demps' life, because I was helping his son. And for him to come back and say that I was the guy that needed to lead Pacific into the future, that's a blessing for me, and I'm honored to call him my friend.
Are we good, Damon? Ready for questions? Or do you want to say that this is media only, if you please? So media only for this Q&A. So whoever would like to start, we'll moderate from up here, and we'll try and repeat your question if we can't hear. So In the back.
Here in Israel, maybe 10. Damon, you've been around a lot of great programs, Arizona and in the NBA. What are some of the tidbits maybe that you picked up from being around some of these coaches and players that you feel you can apply here to make this program great?
Well, my thing is what I'm gonna try to do is apply a little bit from every situation, because even in bad situations you learn things. So what I want to do is number one, I just want to come here and create a culture. I want to create a culture of hard work. I want to create a culture of accountability, and I want self-disciplined men. I want self-disciplined men. I need each guy to monitor themselves. I need each guy to help monitor the team, because at the end of the day, I'm putting it together, but it's their team. I always tell guys, sometimes don't play hard for the coaches, play hard for yourselves. If those guys in that huddle don't look each other in the eye and know that each guy is playing for each other, then there is no team regardless.
Anybody else?
That was easy.
All right, I think we're good. Another round of applause for new head coach Damon Stoudamire. And again, we'll do one-on-one sessions now. So if any media outlet would like to do one-on-ones, now would be the time. Thank you guys for coming.